Hey guys, how's it going today? I'm going to help you beat 2.6 Hog Rider Cycle with Lavaloon Classic. So many people ask for this matchup guide. It's probably the most popular deck in the game, and after the recent balance changes, it's got really intense and difficult, and it's no longer a free matchup, so I'm going to teach you how to beat it. If you like this video, then hit that like button, sub if you like more matchup guides. Also check out our playlist on matchup guides. I'm going to have all the major videos in there for you. Let's jump into it. Also, before we get into it, shout out to Poseidon on Discord. His thing will be on the screen here, Discord tag, whatever you call it. He helped me with this. He's a pretty good lava player, so I don't know what he wants me to do with his Discord tag, but just go like send him a heart emoji or something if this helped you out. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm gonna give you a tip for starting off the matchup. Do not pre-place the tombstone in the middle, because if you do that, well, basically, this also ties in with the next one. If he plays his Hog Rider, you can actually place your tombstone 4 tiles down and 1 tile to the opposite lane where the Hog Rider is at, and that pulls the Hog Rider the farthest distance and also lets the other tower hit him. So like both towers are targeting him as well as the tombstone. That's what you want to do. But if you pre-place it in the middle, it doesn't kind of do the same thing. And so here I'm kind of just playing it because I didn't know he was running the Hog Rider deck, but now I know, so we're not going to do that play anymore. So I just go with the safe Mega Minion in the back here because that's a good play I like against a lot of decks. Just Mega Minion. It's not like a Lava first play. It's pretty solid, and yeah, but now I'm going to talk about how to counter the Hog Rider by itself. He just sends a Hog Rider, go with the guards. The guards are going to counter it for just allowing 1 hit. Now, I was a bit delayed here just because I was probably distracted or whatever, but if you just go with the guards on the Hog Rider, then they will only get 1 hit as opposed to the Mega Minion, which allows the Hog to get 2 hits, and the Skelly Drags, which allow 3. Now, you're going to have to be pretty aggressive in this matchup in order to win it, but you're going to have to be aggressive and smart at the same time. You have to realize that his cycle is insanely fast, so that you got to be careful. Like, if you go lava in the back and you just defended his push, you got to be careful that he doesn't get back to another Hog Rider immediately. And back to countering the Hog Rider one more time, we're going to talk about positive elixir trades real quick. If I go with the tombstone for his Hog Rider, usually what he will do is use the log as well, because it allows the hog to get like 4 hits, so it's really annoying. But if you do go with your Mega Minion as well, what happens is it's a 6 for 6, and I think you prevent almost all damage, if not only 1 hit there. And so he missed his cannon placement there, and I'm gonna go back and see what happens if I hadn't missed the if he hadn't missed the cannon there. Now, if he hadn't missed that cannon, I was probably still gonna try and wrap up this Hog Rider with the tombstone there in the Mega Minion high. I was gonna go with the Mega Minion high, but as soon as I saw that this wasn't being attracted, we go with the Mega Minion low and the tombstone to make sure that we save the Hog Rider from killing our tower. Now, a big part of this is that if he plays the matchup perfectly, it's going to be very hard for you to win, but this is like a matchup that, I'm going to say it again, it's really hard to just get the fundamentals down. You both have to play perfectly, and if you both play perfectly, I think he does still have a slight advantage, but you've got to take advantage of misplays like that. And now look at this. You don't normally want to be down this much damage, but we are. It doesn't matter that much because his tower is also at 600 HP, so it's a big plus there. So now we're going to go in with the Lava Hound because we don't have to really worry about his hog push over in the left lane. If he was to go with Ice Golem Hog over there, we would just ignore that because that's a +6 trade, and then we can just continue our push. And it's all about saving elixir. His cycles are insanely fast, so it's really hard to deal with his musketeers. And so you're going to have to make sure that you, if you can, take out his musketeer with something other than the fireball zap. If you cannot, then try and fireball zap. The only issue is that he has a musketeer on the board. If it's been there for a little while and then you fireball zap it, he's just gonna plop another one down, so it's really hard to just, you know, outcycle him. It's pretty much impossible. But here I see that we did take advantage of the death bomb there to take out that musketeer, and we're going to go here with another lava. And so here, what's hitting me in the feels right now is he went with a Hog Rider in the right lane, So if we can theoretically prevent him from getting a hog hit, one of two things happens. He doesn't get a hog hit on our tower and he's forced to fireball log our tower to take it, which means we can abuse the loon and the skelly drags. And number two is that, you know, if he does somehow take our tower with the fireball log, he can't deal with our push because he needs the fireball to take care of the skeleton dragons. And so what I do here is I noticed this really fast, that we don't have to worry about that hog because there's only 25 seconds left in the game. If we go with the skeleton dragons here, I am confident that I can wrap up a hog without it getting one hit using the tombstone mega minion and the guards. So we use the skeleton dragons there to make sure that he uses his fireball, and now we use the tombstone and the guards. I think maybe we just use a zap. Yeah, and the log comes in late, so there we take that tower, and that's absolutely clutch right there. And I said we used the tombstone guards, and tombstone guards I feel like would have worked as well, but the zap also stuns him for a little bit, and when I saw his log was coming in late, that meant we could just zap and use the skeletons that were on the field to act as a substitute for the guards and take out the hog. So definitely you're gonna have to be smart, and the only way you're gonna outplay your opponent is by taking advantage of his mistakes and making sure that you capitalize on them, because you have a very small window to take care of his mistakes there, since his cycle is 2.6. When I said you had to go in on offense in single elixir, that really doesn't apply to tower trading. You cannot tower trade in this matchup. He has an insanely fast cycle, and so when you try and tower trade, one of two things is going to happen. He's either going to cycle 2 musks or 2 cannons, pull your balloon to the king tower, or just shred your balloon and stuff using the fireball and the musketeer. Or by the time you think you got a little bit of damage and trying to tower trade, he's just going to get back to another freaking hog rider. So it's really annoying there. But as you can see, the guards do wrap up the hog rider before it gets 2 hits. Very nice there. And then we are looking at a musketeer that is really close to us. And so we can just wrap it up with the Mega Minion. And remember what I said in the previous matchup, sorry, about trying to take out the Musketeer with anything other than the Fireball there. Because if we can do that, then what that allows us to do is use the Fireball on the second Musk, and then we can outcycle him. So what's up, my comrade? Nothing much. We're just chilling, recording a video. So yeah, as you can see here, I go with the fireball zap because any damage advantage we can get in single, we need to take. And as you can see here, we do get 2 Mega Minion swipes. So that was absolutely clutch there, because the Mega Minion does do a lot of damage. And so here we're up by 1,000, which is very, very nice. And I don't know how many times I said very, very nice. If you count it in the comments, I'll probably like give you a pinned comment or something. I don't know, bro. But I've said it a lot. And so another tip I'm going to give you is, previously in the previous matchup, my god, I don't know why I said previous there twice, you saw how we baited out his fireball with the skeleton dragons. That's going to be clutch. Also clutch counter. I don't know how many times we said that, but we're going to keep saying it. He uses a fireball on our balloon, and it gets really annoying sometimes because we're not able to, you know, get that balloon lock that you really want because he fireballs it back. If you can, try going in with the skeleton dragons before you go in with your lava push. So like go with lava behind this, or skelly drags behind the lava hound. Another alternative is to go with these skelly drags on defense and try and bait out a fireball. And so as you can see here, we now have a Mega Minion and skeleton dragons on the field, so we are safe to go in with the lava. And I did decide to go in with the same lane because his towers are both roughly the same HP, so it doesn't really matter. And so I thought he was going to go with like a hog in front of that or something, but instead he goes with the hog on the left here, and it's like, okay, you can go ahead and do that because all I need, so let's go back and check that real quick, just because I want to count elixir there. We spent 3 elixir using the guards to wrap up his hog rider, and when I say wrap up, I literally mean that we just don't let it get a lot of damage. And so he uses let's count it up here, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9 elixir there, and we only use 3, so we're up 6, and it doesn't look like it on the scoreboard here, but we got away with going with the lava there. And that was really nice because now we can apply pressure. And that was a mistake by our opponent to show us a opposite lane push, which is interesting. And we tried to get the muskie to go to the opposite lane, and she did. And I probably should have zapped there to get rid of that musketeer. It would have got us some more damage, but sadly I did not do that. There, I should have zapped there because then we would have got a couple extra hits. But now we can use the skeletons, the guards. This is the royal skeletons, basically, to wrap it up. And here I used the lava to also apply pressure as well as tank for the musketeer, because I don't want the muskie locking on here, since the hog does a whopping amount of damage. He's going to milli-whop us, so we got to be a little careful there. And so here we're going to use the tombstone placement that does pull a hog. Right here, it's 4 tiles down, and it pulls the hog, which is really nice because, as I said earlier, we do want to make sure that we use the mega minion and the tombstone, because just the tombstone is not enough since he has the log. He does use the log, but we also use the fireball there because we want to get tower damage as well as get our musketeer off of our lava hound so that it can get extra chip damage. And there we use the guards to wrap up the hog rider, and we only need one more fireball to win this game. And so now we're just gonna head in with the counters to his hog just to not let it get that much damage. And here we don't even let it get one hit, and a fireball wraps it up. So absolutely pristine. And so I'm going to give you a couple more tips that I didn't go off of that were on my list. Make sure that your defense is pretty much the same every time. If you're like being really careful, and you know there was like the situation there where we didn't want him to get a single hit, then it's okay. But you try and stick to the defense of tombstone, mega minion, and just guards, or guards mega minion, depending on the situation, if he maybe has an ice golem down. And as you could see there, that play was very clutch where we went in with just the guards on the the 9 elixir push he made, because that allowed us to get a Lavaloon push down and not be down that much elixir. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. I hope it helps you beat 2.6 because it's a common deck and it's difficult to beat. But if you guys did benefit from that, hit that like button, sub, and like donate me your college tuition. With that said, yeah, peace.